That's where I draw the line on farting.
You draw the line?
I will hold that sphincter muscle as tight as I can rather than fart.
The rest of the day, you're fine farting. You fart near me constantly. Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my mother.
And that's my son.
We chat about sex on a weekly basis and all the things you typically don't talk about with a parent.
We like to make the uncomfortable conversations comfortable.
So strap in, strap on,
and get ready for the wild ride.
Welcome to Sex Talk with my mom. I'm Cam Potter.
And I'm Karen Lee Potter.
That's my wonderful mother who supports me in every aspect of my life.
Your freedom of expression is really taking some liberties right now.
What are you talking about?
Why are you wearing a sombrero?
It, first of all, protects me from the sun.
You're in a dark room.
Second of all, I think it looks fantastic.
Okay. Third of all, you do anything to get a laugh. You're a clown.
Okay, that's another one. But the truth is, and we will bring this up later in our hit on or shit on, we've been getting a lot of messages. They're flooding in.
You're loving this shit. You are eating this up with a fucking spoon.
All I'm saying is that Dale has been doing a number. Dale's our producer. He's been doing a number on our YouTube channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, you should.
Oh, you should check out our YouTube channel.
Because we get messages like this from Taryn who says, Cam's hair looks so good on this newest episode. Happy New Year to you both.
Okay. We know that you wanted... This whole discussion was gearing up to that point.
I'm just saying,
so then why are you covering up your hair with a sombrero?
Because today it doesn't look so good. I don't know. I don't have the consistency down yet. And so I didn't think it was going to live up to Taryn's expectations now.
Okay. Now we know the whole thing led up to you wanting to read that. Hit on her shit. And before we even started the whole episode, that's where this was going. He just wanted to let everyone know that he just got hit on by a girl named Taryn.
Yeah, I don't even know if she was hitting on me.
Oh,
I just think that this is just a compliment that she put it out into the universe. Right. And I appreciated it.
Okay.
All right, let's start up the what we're all here for, my mom. My friends, the sneaky freaks. We started with a segment called Lube It Up, presented by Uber Lube.
Uber Lube to save the day.
We freaking love Uber Lube.
It's our favorite.
They lubricate our genitals, and they lubricate this conversation by sponsoring this segment where we get to ask you a wonderful question. You came up with the question this week, Mom.
I did come up with this question.
What is the question?
The question is, what is your favorite sex position and why?
Yeah. Wonderful question to wake up to from my mother. Mom?
I was just curious. What is your favorite sex position and why?
I'm actually I'm mixed on this.
What?
Yeah, I'm mixed.
You're ambivalent?
I'm ambivalent because on the one hand, there's one that looks the best to me.
What is that?
A reverse cowgirl.
Oh my God. Okay.
What are you surprised by?
I just can't see that being... I was shocked, actually.
Why are you fucking shocked?
I thought you were going to say something deep and meaningful. Well, I like it. And the woman's on top. I can look in her eyes and we can go into deep tantra stuff.
You think I'm this fucking sweet boy.
Yeah?
You don't see the man in me.
Okay. Go with the reverse cowgirl.
Yeah. The brute man.
Can you imagine if you did the reverse cowgirl and something happened, you hurt your dick, and then you're like, she knocked my dick off.
Okay, so this is why...
in a position I can't take.
That's why I like the look of the reverse cowgirl. But in actuality, it's a little dangerous for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea for you. I can just imagine
knock the dick in a weird way.
That's it. She broke your dick.
So I prefer doggy style.
Doggy style?
Why are you fucking so fucking surprised?
I again think you would do some deep romantic thing.
Missionary?
Missionary would have been
Missionary feels good.
No, I didn't even think missionary. I was thinking just like girl on top, you facing her, and
you're projecting.
I'm projecting
this
my
is called
own
projection.
Well, that's my favorite position. Shall we move on?
What the fuck? That was it?
That's all I got to say.
Girl on top, looking down.
I like it for many reasons.
Yeah, why is that?
Well, one reason is that you can use a sex toy while you're on top. So,
as we've heard many times on
the
fucking show.
Well, then why did you ask?
Because maybe we have some new listeners who want the education.
Try both of our positions and see which one you like better.
I think you're going to like my position better.
I think you'll like mine better.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's
take a poll.
Let's take a poll by going to this fucking these listener responses. How about that?
We can do that, and we can also give you some ideas of what are some of the 16. There's 16 crazy sex positions.
Okay.
From a Woman's Health article that I drummed up over here.
Okay.
And I just thought I'd mention a couple I'd never heard of.
What's going on? We had this whole plan, Mom.
I know, but one is called the Chairman. I thought that was a funny one. It says shout out to back support. See, now this could be good for you because knowing you probably had complain or kvetch about your back.
What is that? Is it nice lumbar support?
If you want, if you want a position pleasurable and comfy, this is one great option.
Okay. I'm not complaining about my back.
All
when
right.
I'm in the heat of the moment, all bets are off. The body is used in all of its capacities.
And then later on, we get I think I got to go to the emergency room, Mom, because I think I just broke my dick.
That was because I had too much sex in one night.
Okay.
You can listen to that interview. We brought her back on the show, the girl that did this in college. And, we did it together. And then we had an interview with her and very chill girl. I think it's called the Ball Breaker episode.
Yeah. She goes, I was waiting for the phone call. Years went by before I was brought into this.
Yep.
Let me just read. I'm not going to tell you what these are, but they're funny names. Upstanding Citizen is one. Doggy Style, your favorite, apparently, is another. Scoop Me Up is one.
Where is he standing? Is holding?
The Scoop Me Up actually is, you got to kind of see it. It's kind of like, it's basically spoon sex. I think you love that shit.
Spoon sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could get down with spoon sex. Pretty much any fucking sex is fine for me.
There's one called the Good X. There's one called the Butter Churner. That should be an interesting one.
What is the Butter Churner?
There's one called the Pretzel Dip.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's enough.
All right, Sneaky Freaks. This is what you had to say. We'll start with Tony, the guy that's constantly fucking hitting on you in front of me.
Well, I'd like to know what Tony thinks.
Yeah, of course. Tony says 69 because it's the only way to fly and fuck. Have a good week. I like the well wishes at the end of that.
Fly and fuck.
I have no clue what that means.
So you don't know what 69 is?
I know what 69 is.
So fly and fuck is what you don't know?
Yes.
Fly. I don't know either. I'm trying to think of what does he mean by fly and fuck?
I have no idea.
All right, well, moving on.
All right, moving on to Tor, who says, favorite sex position? I'm going to say generally pro-sex.
Okay.
That's how I feel, Tor.
Just any sex in general, it will work.
Yes. And then they say...
I have found that most men are just thrilled just to get it in the hole. They don't really give a shit how it gets in there, but just get it in there.
How did you know that Tor was a man?
I don't.
Yeah, he is a male. Rachel says, cowgirl, but leaning forward so I can kiss my partner while I ride them. Being on top means I can grind my clit against them while they're inside me, and it's the best. With the hard eyes.
Exactly.
That's it. It's the best. You like the kiss and the eyes and everything?
I don't necessarily need the whole kiss and that. Yeah, I guess the kiss and the eyes work too. Yeah. Who is that?
But then the clit grinding is what you like. Yeah.
I like that. Who is this?
This is Rachel.
Rachel, you got it going on there.
You got it going on. Claire says when he's hitting it in the back in front of a mirror with a devil face.
Oh.
I love you guys. Going to try to make the Patreon party. Hope you're having a wonderful, happy, and healthy New Year. Thank you very much, Claire. We're having a wonderful, happy, and healthy New Year. I hope you, at this point, the Patreon party is past, so I hope you join this. And also, this is interesting with the mirror.
What?
For a long time, I've wanted a mirror in my bedroom. Like a big fucking, like a athletic mirror you see in a gym.
Okay.
This is a phenomenal addition to any bedroom. It's a pain in the ass to install.
You did this?
No, I haven't because it's a pain in the ass to install.
I was once in one in Vegas. Not Vegas. In
Reno,
Reno, Nevada.
Have this.
Reno, Nevada.
You remember it?
That's it. What do you mean hotel rooms have it? Most hotel rooms do not have a ceiling mirror.
No, I'm not thinking of ceiling.
This one had a mirror on the ceiling.
That's nuts.
You would like that.
I don't know. The thing like come crashing down on you in the middle of the night.
Oh, here we go.
Earthquakes.
Of course, you're thinking about earthquakes in Reno, Nevada.
Why can't it just be on the side? I think Claire's got it going on. He's hitting in the back in front of a mirror. I think it's great.
All right. Okay. Go on.
All right. Katie says my favorite position is prone, where I'm lying face down flat on my bed and he's behind me. I'm not sure if there's a name for that.
Yeah, I can come up with a name. I definitely think it's in one of these names.
She also says she's quite a bit shorter than him. So maybe that helps. I don't know.
I'm a foot shorter than Dee's.
So I don't know. Maybe the height difference is this is a good position for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Megan says doggy style with a vibrator on my clit. Gets me every time. I didn't think that women like doggy style that much.
Well, I think a lot depends on who the partner is and the thrusting and how big it is, or thin it is, how annoying it could be.
Yep. Or the closeness. If the person wants to be so intimate with the eyes facing each other, or if they want to be turned away, being like, I don't remember. I don't
You
know
just
who
said
this person
before that
is.
you like doggy style.
I do.
I'm in a state of shock about it still.
Cheryl says, me, female on top, gives more control for me, which he likes. Plus, with an added toy, gives more pressure on the pleasure spots.
See, I told you, adding a vibrator to sex works for everyone.
This should be called the KLP.
The KLP sex?
The position.
Okay.
The KLP. Jacob likes doggy style. Bingo.
I think most people only know like 2 or 3 basic styles. That's why I wanted to read my 16 crazy typical ways to have sex, or atypical ways.
This is what's nuts.
What?
We got one with a picture involved.
No way.
Yeah.
How'd they do that?
Mandy says, in my swing.
Oh, she's got a swing.
You see this picture? This is unbelievable.
That's a great picture. Whoa. That looks like a lot of fun.
This is a fucking sex swing right here.
Yeah, I've seen those.
This is like a little dungeon she's got.
You've seen those when we go to these sex expos. They just sell those things there.
With the fucking chains and everything, with the black leather chair.
Okay.
Oh my lord. You got a sneaky
Let
fucking
her
freak
fly
over there.
over there.
She invited us to go check it out in Nebraska.
Okay. Off to Omaha we go.
If I'm ever in Nebraska, I'm going to stop by your sex swing. Cassie says, I'm going to explain it since I don't know the name, but it starts out girl on top on her knees, but then she keeps one knee bent and puts the other leg straight back.
I call that a yoga move.
It sounds like a fucking, like a pigeon.
Pigeon pose.
It is fucking pigeon pose, I think. It's like this, but with one leg straight back on his outside of his legs. Oh, she sends a picture as well.
Another one with the pictures. Oh my God.
She's excited for the new episode. Cassie, we love you. I'm glad you found a position that works like that. That's amazing. Okay. Tom, the elder statesman.
Yes, 72.
Used to like some more athletic positions, but at age 70, I'd say missionary. There's no stress on the knees, can look in her eyes and kiss her lips, suck nipples, and watch boobs bounce.
Oh my God.
Bonus is that you can easily slide up or down for oral with a little tongue out. Tom, your use of emojis is fantastic.
Tom, you little sneaky freak.
You are you have been a sneaky freak for a long time.
I thought he was 72, but he's actually 70.
Yeah, he's 70. He's 70. Are you going to be like this when you're 70, Mother?
I hope I am.
Yeah.
Lately, though, the old bod is just not holding up the way I thought it would.
Oh, man. Erica says, I have many favorites. It depends on my mood and my feelings for the other person. If I really like the other person, missionary is my favorite. But if I do not have a strong emotional connection, doggy style is probably best.
Like we were saying.
This is exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, we're talking about eye contact.
We're talking about connection. We're talking about physicality.
Why would you have sex with someone if you're not having a connection? See, I would stop it right there.
You know, this is the whole idea of you want just a hot dog or you want a whole gourmet meal. Sometimes people like the hot dog.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah. You don't get that?
I get it.
All right. The final one is from Captain Megan, who says, Lotus, doesn't matter who is penetrating who. A lotus position.
Right up your alley.
Right up my alley. This is like the fucking position I'm in right now almost.
Yeah.
You're cross-legged, you're fucking lotus.
She likes lotus. Like a little lily.
Like a little lily. I'm just trying to figure out how you cross your legs.
Let me just say, Megan.
The other person's inside the legs.
Yeah, it sounds a little complicated.
I've done this before.
Okay,
I think this is called a butterfly.
Mr. Experience here.
Fucking experience
Oh,
over here.
you've done it before.
Listen, I have sex maybe once every other year. But when it happens...
You do a lot of lotus.
Yeah, I fucking do all the positions I could possibly do.
You make up for lost time.
Make up for lost time. It's a wonderful experience.
Lord knows you come many times.
Lord knows. And that was our segment of Lube It Up, presented by Uber Lube.
Uber Lube is the key to maximizing pleasure.
That's right. It's a high-grade silicone lubricant made with vitamin E, which leaves a nice velvety finish.
You can use them whether alone or with a partner. It's for all kinds of play, vaginal, oral, or anal.
Oh, you love that.
I love it.
And what's amazing is that it lets skin feel skin. So lube is supposed to enhance touch, not overpower it, okay? Uber Lube adds a thin layer that leads to just the right amount of slip.
And that's why we love it. Uber Lube is for everyone, by the way. Thousands of doctors recommend Uber Lube as their go-to solution for patients experiencing dryness. And as you know, as you age especially, people experience dryness.
You rarely hear people raving about a lubricant.
Except for the two of us.
Anytime I talk to people about Uber Lube, they say, I never knew lube could be this good.
It's almost like a drug. I give it out to people in my building, and they're like, that was the best lube I've ever had.
It's a tremendous gift. It has no flavor or scent. Very simple. Very body friendly. And it's latex compatible. So it's safe and effective to use with condoms.
And oh, that's good. Uber Lube has measured pumps, which allow you to dispense the perfect amount of product every time, even in the dark.
And right now, Uber Lube is offering Sex Talk with My Mom listeners, you sneaky freaks, a special offer. 10% off and free shipping when you go to uberlube.com and use code MOM at checkout. That's 10% off and free shipping. Just use code MOM at uberlube.com. There's also the link in our episode description.
I would love it if you guys would take a picture of yourself holding that little bottle of lube and telling us how much you love it on Instagram.
Mother, you know what happens when I get stressed?
You pull your hair out.
It's nuts. It looks like I'm balding.
I know. You have to stop doing that.
You know what I'm going to do instead?
Pros?
I'm going to take some Pros.
Pros specializes in custom hair care, and now they also make custom hair supplements that help reduce excess shedding and spark fuller, thicker hair growth with 2 capsules a day.
We have talked about this wonderful sponsor before because they have an online consultation where they will give you a bunch of questions to answer about your life, about your health, your lifestyle, and then they'll customize your supplements. In the past, it was shampoo and conditioner for us, but now they're doing this hair loss supplements to address all the factors that could be triggering your hair issues, like age, hormonal changes, stress levels, diet, and more.
Or you pulling your hair out.
That would be stress caused by you.
Oh, thank you. Pros supplements use only natural, clean, safe ingredients. That's what I like about it. Not drugs or hormone disruptors. All formulas are toxicologist approved, gluten-free, and vegan.
So you don't need to worry about getting your body all screwed up by taking these hair supplements. And what's great, multiple studies show that it really works. Over 90% of women taking Pros hair supplements saw less shedding, more growth, and improved overall appearance in just 90 days. Try your own custom hair supplements and you'll get 15% off, you sneaky freaks. 15% off. Get yours at pros.com/sneaky. That's PROSE.com/sneaky for your free in-depth hair consultation and 15% off your custom hair supplements.
As sneaky as SNEAKY.
Mother?
Yes, is it time for a little bit of what's going on in your life?
You want me to check in?
Check in with me.
You want my hat on or off for this?
Whatever you prefer at this point. I think you have made your statement. You just wanted to tell everyone that you don't really give a shit. You're just going to wear a sombrero just for the fuck of it.
It was heating up in there, so I decided to take it off. All right, let me give you a little update.
Please do.
I went over to my sister's new house that she has.
Yes, I went with you.
She has 2 seating areas for our family to sit.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Have you also noticed that there's 7 chairs in both seating areas?
Meaning what?
Well,
there should be 8?
Yes. There should be 8. Because eventually, I'm going to have a fucking partner. Why is she only concerned about getting chairs for everyone who's currently in the family? No one thinks that I could potentially have a partner down the line?
So she's doing one and like in hopes? Maybe it's like, is this kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy that if you have a chair there, that'll make it happen?
We got to make the space for this to happen. Okay? She's got one for my brother and his girlfriend, one for you and your boyfriend, one for her and her boyfriend. What about me?
One for you and your sombrero.
And my fucking sombrero. I need something there to give me some motivation over here.
Okay.
You were not concerned by this?
I think if need be, she'll buy another card table chair for you and your
She
girlfriend.
literally bought. She had 6 upstairs. She bought 1 more. Why didn't she buy 2 more?
Because she's being very economical. She's saying, why bother? Why not wait another year and then buy a chair when you have a girlfriend?
I'm gonna prove her fucking wrong. I'm in a constant state of ambivalence between wanting this romantic partner and getting nested and rooted here,
Okay.
and then the other constant desire to go travel and have lovers and live
I get
life.
that. I think a lot of people are feeling that,
Yeah,
especially during COVID.
yeah. What do you think that is? Why do you think people are feeling that right now?
I think it doesn't even have to do with lovers. It has to do with wanderlust. You just want to get the fuck out of the same place that you've been for 2 years or 3 years or however long this pandemic's been going on for.
I think the lover thing is a big deal for me because it goes beyond. I'm partially.
All right, so one part of you says, I really want to fuck everything in sight and go travel around the world. And the other part of me says, what am I doing? I just need one lover. Have a great relationship. We'll get the extra chair up at Jessica's apartment and it'll be all good.
You summed it up quite nicely over there.
Yeah. So you have a constant state of ambivalence as to
Constant
what
state
to do
of
with your
ambivalence.
life.
Yeah.
The other part of it is if you go traveling, you are going to freak out in every port if you're exposed to COVID.
I know that. So I'm kind of in a catch-22 here.
So maybe don't worry about it.
By the way, let me ask you, when you talk about ports, are you suspecting that I'm traveling by boat?
No.
Why am I going into ports?
It's just like a saying, every port.
By
You have a
every
girl in
port.
every port. You never heard that saying?
Yeah, I'm not taking a sailboat across the world, though.
I understand. You're being very literal right now. I'm just saying that, find a new girl in this country and that country and not worry about whether or not you're going to get some serious STD or anything else.
I'm not worried, for the love of the Lord. By the way, there have been some improvements in my dating game recently.
Oh, do tell.
I have made some improvements. I have changed the filters of my Hinge profile.
To be what?
Well, before it was completely wide open. Anyone can come on in. And then I was like, well, this is not working. So now I'm going to go extremely narrow.
Well, when you say filters and narrow, what does that mean?
That means that you can choose, like, okay, is a religion a deal breaker? Is an ethnicity a deal breaker? Is whatever. So I fucking went super narrow and test out what happened.
And
I'm
what-
obviously way more open, but just to test it out, I went for solely Jewish Hispanic people.
Oh, there's a lot of those.
I think I kept seeing the same 10 people cycle over and over and over again.
Think about that. I mean, there's not that many Jewish Hispanics. Hispanics are notoriously Catholic.
Well, I took a shot, and
you got
we'll
10,
see how it
10
goes.
10 winners over there.
Yeah, I think I'd go back open because
You're going open again.
yeah,
Anything, as long as they have
Any religion-
2 arms, 2 legs, you're ready to go.
any religion, any ethnicity, as long as they like Succession.
What?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with Succession now.
I cannot believe this. I have been asking you to watch Succession for the last 10 years.
Yeah,
Or at least the last 3 years since there's been only 3. Wait, how many seasons are there? 3 or 4?
3.
Yeah, I've been talking about Succession nonstop for
I'm
you.
obsessed.
What happened?
I don't know, and I sit there in the darkness in silence after it ends, and I think to myself, why am I so obsessed?
Because it's so well done.
But what is the feeling that I'm experiencing? A feeling
Because
like I'm getting attached to the drama or the.
Yeah.
It feels like I'm living life for once.
You're living life through a TV show?
That's kind of what it feels like, and that's concerning to me. Is that not concerning to you?
Not at all. Are you kidding? That makes a good show to me.
That you're living through it?
I love it.
I don't know. It's stressful.
I
and
was so
get
bummed when I
addicted
was
to it.
done with the final episode of the 3rd season. I just think it's so funny and so well
It
written.
is very funny. I laugh in it
yeah because
by myself in the
you
dark.
know, I go deep diving on that stuff. I start listening to podcasts so I can hear.
Deep diving.
I have heard a lot about this show. So
Yeah.
anyone who wants to talk Succession with Cam or I is forget Cam because he's still on.
Don't you dare! I'm on
still
episode.
season-
I think I finished episode 5 of season 1 yesterday. If you fucking send me one goddamn, what is it called? Spoiler.
I'm not giving you any spoilers.
If any of you
let me
sneaky
tell you,
freaks.
you're safe because I think when I saw season 1, it was probably at least 4 years ago, and I probably could watch it again and it'll all be new to me.
I understand that you've been watching something else.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
I hear about it.
Yellowstone, which is the cowboy equivalent to Succession.
Oh my God.
It has reawakened so many of my friends' love and titillation.
What?
For Cowboys. All you have to do, I'm going to tell Deez, just come in with some dark sunglasses and a cowboy hat on, a black cowboy hat like Rip. And
Rip?
Rip is the main character, one of the main characters. Very sexy guy in Yellowstone. I highly recommend Yellowstone. And
Rip?
Rip is
like
his
Rip
name.
Van Winkle?
I did say, though, my neighbor, I got her turned on to it. And she's like, I changed my boyfriend's name from Josh to Rip.
Oh my God.
And I said, well, I changed Deez's name from Deez to Rip not because he looks like Rip, but because he lets him rip as in parts. That was a little funny there.
It's a very funny
yeah,
mother.
well, funny. But anyway,
Nice
I
roast.
understand the thing with Succession because that's how it is with Yellowstone.
Yeah.
There's some serious good sex scenes on both of those shows.
Do you think that it's normal to want to live, right now,
Vicariously through these characters?
I'm like craving going home tonight
yes.
and fucking watching this thing.
This is what I do.
You don't think that's disturbing?
No, it's like if you're in the middle of a good book, you don't want to put the book down. And I think literally the quality and the writing and the depth of the acting and characters of these shows is similar to getting the same feel out of a book.
I'm mixed on it.
Yeah, because you're judging yourself. You can't just have fun and enjoy it. No, I got to analyze. I got to deep dive into what are my motivations for watching this and what's wrong with me. How does it affect the rest of my life?
Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that analysis?
Why are you doing it? Why do you do this to yourself?
Why? Because it's good. A life, the unexamined life is not worth living. You ever heard that one?
No, I just say the just have fun life is worth living. Okay? Deez and I have no problem binging through. I think we saw like 4 episodes of Atypical yesterday. That's another really good, very well written show.
God damn
Anybody
it.
want
This is not going to become a fucking TV show.
Anybody want any racks? Please don't hesitate to text me at
310-356-3920.
That's our text line. I will be happy to chat amongst all of my Sneaky Freak friends about Succession, about Dope Sick, which is what I'm watching right now.
Mom,
any
you
of
got to
these.
wrap it. You got to make it a fucking
right.
offshoot podcast where you talk about your TV shows. What?
You're the one who brought up the goddamn Succession.
It was in relation to finding a partner,
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Anyway.
Come on.
I still hold that there's nothing wrong with being in a constant state of binging.
Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Did you want to go into hit on or shit on right now?
I do.
It's time for
Hit on or Shit On.
Hit on or shit on is the segment where we get to take your wonderful comments and questions wherever you send it to us. It could be through text. It could be through Instagram.
It could be through TikTok. Which I usually get a lot of both there.
And so we get to take these comments and determine whether they are a hit on or a shit on. So...
Well, we already heard about Taryn's. Obviously, that's a hit on because she's talking about your hair.
That's right. We had one from Frank who says, I killed a microwave the same way when I was 10.
Oh, he's talking about when I almost blew up my apartment?
By putting on the microwave without anything inside it.
Well, I forgot to put the 2 baked potatoes inside there.
Right. So he goes on to say, using the microwave as a stopwatch while testing how fast I could do my 12 by 12 multiplication tables. My teacher recommended it. Could have started a fire. That's a fucking insane thing for a teacher to recommend, by the way.
By the way, shouldn't microwaves have a warning? Do not turn this on unless you have stuff inside it.
Who the fuck is turning on microwaves with nothing inside it?
Me.
No, that's dumb as hell. Why would you put on a microwave with nothing to heat up in there?
It's not dumb. I just forgot to put the potatoes in there. I got ADD. I was drinking a glass of wine, talking on the phone, and my only job was to bake the potatoes, and I forgot to put the potatoes in the microwave.
By the way, you must have a shittier microwave than Frank, because he said his ran more than 5 minutes multiple times before it gave out.
My microwave is perfectly fine. It's just I think to blow out the socket.
Yeah, it blows out the socket. That's exactly what it does.
What have you done research on this?
I know. Everyone knows this.
Everyone
you
knows
fucking
this.
Put the microwave on. It's going to blow the socket.
I didn't even know there's anything wrong with putting it,
when I put the microwave
I know you're not supposed to put metal in there because that can turn on fire.
When I put on the microwave, I bolt to the other side of the apartment.
Because you're afraid you're going to get waves, microwave?
Don't want any of the waves. Don't want any of the fucking... Yeah, I don't want any of that cancer come flying at me.
Don't go watching that Dope Sick either.
I'm not watching Dope Sick.
That'll freak you out.
All right. Is that a hit on or shit on from Frank?
I think he was kind of like... It wasn't really a hit on. It was more of like...
That's a shit on.
I think he's like, I can relate to you or just stupidity.
Yes. It's a hit on.
Frank is going, I was 10. You are 63
so
years
that
old.
Is a shit. It's kind of a hit on in the way that he's trying to relate to you, and it's kind of a shit on that he relates to you when he was a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
Jacob says, okay, so do you guys do? Okay, that was the first message he sent. Incomprehensible. He then sent, can you send me a picture of you? Didn't respond. Then he said, did you get my last message? What are you thinking? Hit on or shit on?
Well, I don't know if he's talking to me or you because it didn't really specify.
Didn't specify.
Jacob sounds like he...
A little demanding with the, did you get my last message? This was back-to-back text.
Yeah, I get that a lot from like men. A lot.
A lot?
A lot.
They want responses.
Yeah, they're like pissed off because I don't answer their DMs. I don't know who the fuck they are. What am I answering DMs?
I don't know.
I usually say, join me on Patreon if you would like to message me. That's it.
Oh. And then on Patreon, when they message you, do you respond?
Patreon.com/Karen Lee. If you want me to message you, I will message you. But
You're just
it says
Karen,
in bold.
Patreon.com/Karen Lee. That's
it. And in bold, it says, I do not do nudes. In case you were wondering, I do not do it.
But I will send them of my son.
But I'll send them of my son's inflamed hair follicle on his leg.
That's right. I'm going to go with this as a hit on.
I'd say it's a hit on, but a demanding hit on.
A demanding hit on.
Now, in the reverse of that is...
Yeah, hit it, mother.
A little TikTok statement, a little comment I got.
Okay. And this is you're going to play this? So if you're watching this on YouTube, you'd actually be able to see this right now.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see this. Here goes.
Okay, JHR 1207, that you are an old bag. Well, I've been called worse. An old bag, like an old shopping bag, old duffel bag, old purse, old suitcase. Do you call them pocketbooks or bags?
What?
Am I an old bag? No, I can't be an old bag. Maybe I'm an old hag.
That's pretty good, mother.
Thank you. You know, I mean, I thought that, there are good old bags out there. Like my old Louis Vuitton from like 30 years ago is still kicking here.
So it would be a hit on if you were saying, you're like this old Louis Vuitton bag that my wife has.
Yeah, it's like, it grows one more buttery when it matures.
Yeah, you could be like an old Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah, but my Louis Vuitton bag is cracking all over the place. It's not looking good. It's not in great shape. I am very similar to my old Louis Vuitton.
Oh, no.
We had our days.
Not true, mother.
Now we're getting a little crackly.
Crackly.
So I'm going with that was a shit on.
Yeah, it was a shit on. That was a shit on.
But that's okay because when I do that, there's a little ulterior motive.
Oh, you stir the fucking pot.
Yes, I do. I find the one hater comment, and then all the little sneaky freak TikTok fans on Karen Lee Potter, they come to my rescue and say, "Oh, you look awesome, and you're hot, and I'll take you in bed."
You like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of hit-ons after the shit-on.
I'd like to share something.
Oh.
I don't often get this, so I'm going to just share when it happens.
Someone else commented
hopes that it happens more often.
Someone else commented on your hair.
Nope. Anna slid into the DMs.
So you look at your DMs.
I downloaded Instagram for the first time in like a month.
To see who's sliding in there?
I had to post a clown video. And then I saw that there was
that clown video.
Yeah.
What? That was pretty funny. Was that like fake or real?
I was walking in a park, and I discovered that there was a Christmas tree sitting randomly in the middle of the park. So I walked into it on camera.
On purpose.
Yeah, you can see that at Single Cam Comedy.
I thought it was pretty funny, actually.
Thank you, Mother.
I was like, oh, my God. Was that real? That you accidentally... Because I just had a similar instance.
You think I just walk into fucking Christmas trees?
No, but remember I had a similar instance when I sat on a little table, and I thought I was holding a big cup of coffee. And all of a sudden, I don't even know how it happened. The table collapses. I slide off of the table onto my coccyx bone, and the coffee goes flying everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was unfortunately not on camera.
That was not on camera. That would have been good.
Yours was on camera.
That was purposeful. I fucked the shit out of my shin by doing that. Anyway, can I just get to the fucking hit on for a second?
Oh, so that's where this is leading.
She
Oh,
starts
that's
it by
where this
saying
is leading.
respectfully, this is a hit on.
Oh, there you go.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So
This
that
is a great
eliminates
start.
all doubts.
That's right. She goes, if you ever come to Denver, I would heart to invite you on a date.
Oh boy.
I started listening on a long drive, and it's so good. Very sweet dynamic. Best laugh from you. Very relatable. Pretty good.
Look at the
Pretty
big smile. Again, if you sing
pretty
this on
good.
YouTube, you'll see the big cheesy smile like a Cheshire cat. He's smiling away. He's got a hit on from Anna.
I like
She's
this.
taking you on a date.
Finally, someone acknowledges the main driver of the humor of the show.
What?
She
How-
goes,
how
very
does this
sweet
go-
dynamic. Best laugh from you. Very relatable. So
What
this
the hell?
is great.
Is this a hit on or it's just shit on me? What is it? Best laugh
It might
from
be
you?
a shit on for you.
I think there was a shit on from me.
It might be a shit on.
2 shit ons in a row. Old bag and now best laugh from you.
It might be. Or it could just be an accurate statement, not even a hit
No,
on.
it's
Just
it was not an accurate
acknowledgement of the
statement.
truth.
No. Okay. Sneaky
very
freaks.
sweet dynamic. Best.
Who do you think
best
is funnier?
laugh from you? I
Okay.
think that's very
Who
nice.
gives the best laughs? Me or you? Sneaky freaks. What's the
Are
text?
you fucking
What-
kidding me?
You're on. Game on.
No!
Yeah, game is
I don't
on.
like this game.
All right, neither do I. Let's move
You're
on.
gonna, you're gonna get them all this.
Yeah, because I'm the old bag.
Fine, we're gonna do it. 310-356.
3920. Who's funnier?
Who's driving the humor on the show?
Yeah, who's driving it?
Who's driving it? Be
All right.
very careful with your responses because I can go cold.
And I'm going to remind people that something's coming up later on, and it's called Cam's Uppers. Okay? We'll see who's driving the humor on the show as you fall asleep.
I bring more than I'm multi-layered.
Yeah, you're layered, all right. You're
Yeah.
like a Renaissance. You're a Renaissance man. Good at everything.
You know what we did not mention with regard to these positions?
The importance of a good mattress?
That's exactly right. You don't want any squeaky ass coils or springs popping out when you're in a doggy.
No, you don't want to be like flat on a board like a wooden plank when you're having all kinds of reverse cowgirl.
That's exactly right. That's why we recommend Helix Sleep. Helix Sleep makes our favorite mattresses.
I love it. Helix has a quiz that takes just 2 minutes to complete, matches your body type and sleep preference to the perfect mattress. Why would you buy a mattress made for someone else?
That's exactly right. I took this quiz. I told them exactly how I like to sleep. I don't experience body pain. I indicated that. But I guess if you do experience back pain when you wake up in the morning, they got mattresses for you.
You know, it's like the whole little Goldilocks and the Three Bears. You know, it's got to be perfect just for you.
And I got the Helix Dawn mattress, the luxe version. I sleep on it like a rock. Phenomenal. Best mattress I've ever had.
We highly recommend Helix mattress.
If you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order the mattress online that you're matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. You don't even need to go into a mattress store again.
And would you like to know something else? Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress in 2020 and 2021.
Unbelievable. And they have a 10-year warranty. You get to try it out for 100 nights. If you don't like it, they'll come pick it up for you. But you're going to love it. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for you sneaky freak at helixsleep.com/sextalk. $200 off? 2 free pillows? Are you kidding me? Just go to helixsleep.com/sextalk. helixsleep.com/sextalk. Well, do you want to speak about your life at all, or do you want to just
The
jump
only thing I want to just say is it's amazing that I am not in a hospital ward right now because everyone in my building, on my floor specifically, has COVID.
Jesus Christ.
The other day, Deez and I found out that there was a pop-up COVID testing site
Yeah.
near our apartment. So we started walking, and we see a friend of mine walking a dog, and we're like, "Oh, we're going on a walk." Like everybody gathering friends, like the Pied Piper. Where are you going? Oh, we're going to get tested. Oh, you know what? I'm not feeling good either, she says. And so she starts. I said, "Well, come on with us." So she walks with us over to the testing site, and she goes first. And with 2 minutes, they go. I'm just going to say her name. Judy, can you come over here, please? It was a fictitious name. So Judy walks over there.
Okay. Go on.
Judy walks over there.
Way to anonymize your friend.
I anonymize, and the next thing he says, "Yep, you're positive." It's almost like they're going to stamp you as, "Yep, reject. You're positive."
It's like a scarlet letter.
As soon as she got that, she's like, "Oh my God, thank God it's now and not 2 years ago." Because 2 years ago, if you got this, you're considered like a pariah. You know?
Now everyone's fucking got it. It is
now
insane.
It's like no big deal.
More likely than not, you're gonna get it in the next few weeks.
Gets
it's
it.
Fucking crazy.
She gets it. She binge watched Yellowstone because I told her you got nothing to do besides lay in bed and watch Yellowstone. So she was very happy about that. Her boyfriend, who she lives with, did not get anything. He tested positive, but he had no symptoms whatsoever.
It's nuts how it's affected.
But
people.
then now that was on one side of me, and the other side of me is another woman and her daughter, and both of them have COVID. It's like a COVID floor. It's
Why are we here?
A hospital.
Why are we fucking here?
We're not in the
Why
same
are you telling me
area.
this right now?
We're not in the same area.
This is not fun.
Anyway, it's the COVID. It's Karen's COVID world. The world of COVID.
Karen's COVID corner.
Speaking of corners,
yeah.
Should we move on to Mom's News?
Mom's News.
Mom's News.
Mom's News. Mom's News is the segment of the show where my mother shares earth-shattering, groundbreaking, need-to-know info. You got to know this, folks. What do we got today?
Well, this is from a publication called Life. I'm not really sure what Life is.
Life is it was a very famous magazine.
Oh, okay.
No.
That was a long time ago, back in my day. This is not the same thing. This is an online thing called Life. I'm not sure.
So this is not an article from like the 30s or something?
Well, no. This goes along with what we were talking about a few weeks ago about someone who had some trouble after she bottled her farts.
Are you kidding me? This is the third check-in about Stepanka's fart. Please
no,
don't
it is
tell
not.
Me. Okay.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's just according to research by Watchdog Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, taking Viagra could have some unwanted side effects, including flatulence.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm just putting these two together, okay? These all fit together if you think about it. You got someone who needs more flatulence, so it's Stepanka. She had to go to the hospital because she ate so many beans.
Right.
And then you got someone who's taking Viagra who's having sex, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's sexual in nature.
Yeah.
And Viagra causes you to fart. It's perfect. Fart in a jar, charge it.
Oh, I see what's going on. Get the guys to fart in the jar.
Get the guys to fart in the jar.
Outsource the farting.
Outsource.
I love it. Let me ask you something. You think that adding farts when you use Viagra is going to prevent anyone from taking Viagra?
No, I think if it was D's, he would love it.
Add a little gas to the chamber.
He likes to have a good fart out loud before any kind of sex. I just made that all up.
Can we talk about that for a second?
There are 555 possible side effects, but it's not clear that they are all linked to Viagra. Did you know that?
Can I ask you about farting during sex?
Yeah, I will never do it.
You will never do it?
That's why I draw the line on farting.
You draw the line?
I will hold that sphincter muscle as tight as I can rather than fart.
The rest of the day, you're fine farting. You
fine
fart
farting every other time.
I
know. There's something unsexual about farting that I just have to hold it in.
Why don't you have that attitude whenever you see me?
Excuse me, do you want me to explode? I can't constantly. Sometimes I'm walking and a little fart slips out, or I laugh and a little fart slips out. I'm
Literally
sure
every time I make you laugh in public. This happened when we were going through fucking customs.
I did laugh going right through customs. Don't make me laugh anymore.
I made you laugh, and then suddenly you farted so loudly, everyone in the customs line looked at you. It's like an old woman. I am an old woman. How am I supposed to? You're not an old woman.
I cannot control that kind of thing. It happens. It's just during sex, it's just I just will do anything not to have that happen.
Well,
it's not a sexual thing on either side.
Sometimes you can get there's a lot of pressure down there.
I know.
So I actually embrace the fart during the sex. If someone needs to fart, they got to fart. That's it. It's a bodily function.
It's not fun.
It's not a turn on, but usually it happens at the end when things have relaxed.
The only time I think that it's ever okay is if you had anal sex and then you're walking around and you just can't even help the fart because obviously your anal sphincter muscle was opened up. So I mean that you get a break on that one.
I was watching a video from a potential sponsor yesterday about how to insert their anal probe into your asshole.
Okay. Why were you
I
watching
needed
it?
to do this research.
You were researching anal probes?
Yes, I was.
This
And
visual of you researching anal probes.
you know
is
what's interesting?
So, of all people to be researching anal probes, you who
I don't even know if it's considered an anal probe. It's an anal vibrator.
oh,
It's something
that's
you
different.
shove in your
It
ass.
sounds different. The anal vibrator is different than
What's
the
the
anal probe.
What's the probe?
It sounds like you're probing, like to
You're probing.
like, but it sounds like you're looking for like a cyst or some sort of like a
You're
polyp on your.
You're looking for the
on-
P spot, is what I just Googled. Anal probe. What is an anal probe used for? A smooth probe for the size of fingers placed in the anus. The test is used to map out anal fistulas
Did I not say that?
before surgery.
That's what I'm
I've
talking
had
about.
one of these done to me. I've had this done when I was full of gas, actually.
Okay.
Full of stool.
This is. We are
This is
going
going
down
off the-
a
off
rabbit
the-
hole right now that I think we should move away from it. And
Can I
let's-
just say one thing that I learned
Yeah.
about researching anal vibrators?
What?
You're not necessarily recommended to just shove it directly in there because it creates this squeegee effect
What?
where you push all the lubricant to the back of the asshole, back of the anus. You push it in there if you go directly in. So you actually want to go around a little bit, and then at a 45-degree angle, you kind of go in there.
Oh,
You gotta
way too much work.
Increase the size of the anus into the canal,
All right.
and then you can maintain some of the lubricants.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. That is need to know
Mm-hmm.
information that I did not want to know, and I'm just I don't know.
All right, is that mom's news?
Mom's news.
Mom's news.
No.
Which leaves us
No.
to one
Yeah.
final segment of the show.
Oh no.
The time that you guys have all been waiting for. The time where your balls start getting heated and engorged in blood. When your vulvas start expanding and your clitoral fucking muscles or something start contracting. It's Cam's Uppers!
Oh God in heaven.
Cam's Uppers is the place to be.
Fun living is the life for me.
It's Cam's Uppers, the segment of the show where I get to share something near and dear to my heart, something I've been thinking a lot about that my mother typically finds
That was me yawning.
and saying boring at the same time.
Yeah.
Or
Dull. Mood killer.
it's Cam's Uppers.
Cam's Uppers.
Okay, so I had a very interesting experience
Oh no.
this past week. I was watching a different type of porn.
Not that ASMR porn again.
No, I wasn't watching ASMR anymore. I'm over the ASMR. I was watching webcam with a couple. And the couple looked like
realistic, like amateur.
there's two people having sex on a webcam and going through chatterbait.com.
Chatterbait.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
So I was watching this.
I'm impressed.
You're not so sleepy now, are you, mother? I start talking about porn. You're fucking perked the fuck
I
up.
perked up like a wilted flower getting water.
So I was watching this fucking porn, and it's two individuals. They're going at it, and they're having they're so sweet together. They're so kind to one another. It's so lovely.
What is this chatterbait? What does that mean?
It's a webcam site.
So it's live.
It's
like
live.
They're doing it like it hasn't been recorded before.
Right. It's all live.
They're
Imagine
just like an
you're
amateur couple.
Yes, but they're attractive. Man and woman
Do
fucking
you have
away.
to pay for this?
No, free as fuck. I'm like a fucking
Thief.
leech.
You're like
cheap
a leech.
leech
You're a
waiting
cheap
for them
leech?
to get enough tips, and then this guy comes through and tips, I think, $5,000.
What are you
It's
talking about?
absolutely nuts.
Tips?
People give to tips. Hey,
Oh, it's
you're
like
in the
OnlyFans.
dark ages right now, mother.
What?
You're in the dark ages. You need to learn about this webcam world.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mr. Experienced.
yeah, you got to learn about it.
What does that mean?
You gotta
in
learn
the
about
dark
it.
ages. I think I
You're in
know
the
more
dark
than
ages.
than the average 60-plus-year-old woman.
Well, you should check it out because you're asking some noob questions. Anyway, so these two people, they clearly had such a wonderful time together.
Yeah,
Unlike
because you know why? Because they knew they were getting $5,000
Yeah, but also it's very clear, even before they got the $5,000 tip, that they really liked each other. They were enjoying each other, the way they joked around with one another.
How
It was
would
such
you feel
a
if you
beautiful
turned
thing
on
to witness.
Chatterbait? What would you think? You turn on Chatterbait. There's me and Dee's receiving $5,000 tips.
Don't you dare create a Chatterbait account.
Why? I think that's
Because
a good idea.
I would use that, and I would have to fucking see that. No chance. Don't. You could use any of the other campsites. I'm using that one. That's mine. You could choose another one. There's My Free Cams. There's Cam Soda.
I won't do any of them. You know why?
Why?
Because one time I needed some help with my iPad, and I had some porn. I thought it was Chatterbait. I don't know what it was. I probably wasn't because I don't know anything about live camming, except that we interviewed one time. And your brother looks at this. He goes, "This is very disturbing, Mother." I love when he always anytime he finds stuff.
Disturbing.
He was trying to help me with my computer, and then he finds that I was on some porn site. So I, of course, said it's research for the show.
Of course, the research.
Research. Yeah, bullshit. Yeah.
Can I continue on for a second?
Oh, I thought that was it.
That was not it that I fucking went to at Chatterbait and that they had. I saw. No. What I realized was that I felt better after watching this porn because they were having such a good time. And then this is where it got interesting.
Were they having a good time because they knew they were going to get $5,000?
No, I'm telling you, they were having a good time just hanging out together. And I felt like I was hanging out. We're all having a good time.
Okay.
And this is where it gets interesting in my mind. Because this is where porn meets the Ezra Klein Show podcast.
Ezra Klein?
Yes.
He's probably not thrilled to be put in the same position as Chatterbait.
He might, because recently he released an episode called one of his best of episodes. It's called This Conversation Will Change How You Think About Thinking. Phenomenal episode.
Okay.
And on this, he has an expert come on the show to discuss how your body knows so much more than your brain sometimes, your mind. So he talks about interoceptive awareness.
All right, here's where I'm about to cut you off.
No, this is where I'm going to go hard right now. We don't know what other people are thinking. Like right now, I have no clue what you're thinking.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. This is turned into a very boring section of this podcast.
No. Typically, we don't know what's in the other person's mind or brain.
Except right now, you know what's in my
enough.
mind. Okay.
But usually what will happen was that we will start mimicking their gestures, their body language, their general demeanor. And then from mimicking them, we can read from our own bodily experience how that affects our mood and thoughts.
So let me hypothesize what's going to happen now. I'm going to read your mind. By you watching this Chatterbait people,
yes,
you decided to whack off.
No. Yeah, well, eventually, yeah.
And that's why you felt good.
No, that's not, because sometimes I whack off and I'm like, ugh, it didn't feel so good. This is just a girl getting
case,
drunk on camera.
Yeah, but these guys are so much in love and they're getting $5,000 tips.
You're missing the fucking
and you go whack off, and now you feel like you got somehow $5,000 worth of tips.
You're missing the point, Mother. The point is my body started mimicking theirs. I started feeling sensations and love in myself, and then, I enjoyed myself because of it. It's interoceptive awareness.
And when you say enjoy yourself, what does that mean?
I was experiencing empathy for them, some emotional understanding.
Okay.
And as a result, because they were in a great mood and experiencing life, I was experiencing life first.
And then
you just stop for a second.
And then let me ask you something. And then you whacked off?
Yeah, and then I whacked off.
That's why you felt good, because you whacked off.
But usually when I whack off...
No guilt, because you can justify it. Well, Ezra Klein says
because sometimes I whack off and I'm like... Afterwards, I want to immediately turn off the webcam or whatever I'm watching, because I'm like, ugh, it doesn't feel. Who is this person? They don't even seem that happy there. But this time, I let it play. Why not? Just hanging out with them.
You need to come up with a new idea.
Oh God.
Sweet couples having sex.
I love that. That is I think is a porn category. I think it's called like romantic or something. But this is.
Why don't you watch romantic porn?
It's more like fun, playful. Fun, playful porn. That's what I like.
I think you should come up with that.
I don't think I'm the first one to come up with that, Mother. Anyway, that's Cam's Uppers.
Thank you.
It's not so boring.
Not so boring, because he was talking about porn.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You know what else is not boring?
What?
Our Patreon party that we had last week.
Oh, my God.
When you listen to this,
we
had a Patreon party last week. And we likely had a phenomenal time. It hasn't happened yet.
We
as
know we're
record
going to have
this,
a phenomenal
but
time.
we're
So we can anticipate, because of all the other Patreon parties, that this is going to be a fun party.
And so I want to invite everyone to join us on Patreon at patreon.com/sextalkwithmymom. We do monthly hangouts. You get to meet the whole rest of the gang. On Zoom. So it's COVID safe. It's very fun. Also, you get access to all these Discord channels. If you're on Discord, you can check out our Sex Talk with My Mom Discord for free. It's also in the episode description of this episode. But there are many more channels if you join us through Patreon, which is phenomenal.
Not to mention, you can message us. You can see back catalog stuff that no one's ever seen.
Well, other people have seen it.
Or heard. No one's ever heard.
Some people have heard that
Only
too.
patrons.
The patrons have heard that.
Right,
yeah, those are the other people.
There's like great stuff from all the comedians and sexologists and other interesting people that we put only on Patreon, and you get access to all those.
Yeah. So it's only $5 a month. Join us, patreon.com/sextalkwithmom.
You can donate as much as you want. You can donate $5,000.
And then if you want to...
Hint.
If you want to support us in another way, please
go to cheddarbait.com/cam and give him $5,000.
Go to ratethispodcast.com/mom. It'll pop up exactly where you can rate and review this podcast. We really appreciate your reviews.
We do. And now you can rate this podcast on Spotify.
Yes.
Which I love.
Yes. If you listen on Spotify, it really helps us out
there,
too.
So if you've already written one review on the podcast app, go to Spotify and write us another one there.
You can't write reviews there, but you can add ratings.
Well, you can add ratings. That would be great.
I want to read one.
Please do.
And this one, this is from 2015. I went back in the archives.
You went back into the archives.
I did.
That is sad. That
Sometimes
means we have not gotten any good reviews lately?
That's exactly right.
Oh, damn.
So this one says, a hilarious, honest, and eye-opening show, 5 stars. I find everything funnier when said in a Chicago-y accent, but the Cam and Karen Lee really are hilarious. I like the Cam and Karen Lee.
Yeah.
The infamous. This is an awesome podcast with an uncommon take on discussing sex. I love the times when you can hear Cam feeling a little embarrassed to have these conversations with his mom, though it doesn't stop them from being totally honest about everything.
That's true.
And I want to play Karen Lee's confidence-boosting thoughts on women and sex on repeat in my house all the time.
Yes.
Plus, on top of it all, they've found some really fascinating and eye-opening guest stars. Can't wait to hear more. They've already seemed to have found their stride in their first 6 episodes.
Oh, wow. This is one of the first originals.
One of the first episodes.
The OGs.
One of the OG reviews. If you're still listening, I hope that your eyes are still open.
Me too.
And that you still find this hilarious and honest. Thank you for the sweet, sweet comment. Mother.
It's come.
It's
the
come.
Time has come.
One more thing. Please. We're trying to, we feel like that this is a funny show. We feel like it puts us in a good mood.
It's a comedy show.
It's a comedy show. I hope that it puts you in a good mood. If it puts you in a good mood, think about sharing this with a friend because it'll put them in a good mood.
We're trying to make people have good moods.
That's right. They can experience some interoceptive awareness and get all hot and bothered. Anyway, share this with a friend.
And now it's time for me to sing.
Yes.
And let me tell you about the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees. And having different positions of sexies.
Okay.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad. It wasn't the best.
No, sexies is definitely not a word. So that's not a rhyme. But we'll take it. Thank you guys for listening.
We love you guys.
We love you. Bye-bye.
You were listening to a Pleasure Podcast. For more from our Sex Podcast Collective, visit pleasurepodcasts.com.